Oh, no. Oh, wow. Look.
Wow. This is so cool.
Look, Cindy, you
I
can walk
love
right
it.
in.
We are going to take all the trash off. They didn't even look for them. They were on a mattress. That's why I call them the Mattress Sisters.
Red Cross workers, Greg and Katie, found us a room that FEMA would pay for. So they got us that room, so that's where we've been since then. Yeah, well, it scares me every time it starts raining hard. I'm just
I know. Because still the water comes way up from the mountains.
Well, at first the water was like just like this, and I ran and moved the car up top of the road, and I came back, and the water was up that high. And I told Cynthia, I said, we need to go. And she turned around and screamed. These logs started torpedoing the house.
That is crazy.
And the water broke loose, and it was like a 40-foot wave of debris, cars, trees, everything, and it hit. And when it hit, I shoved her on the bed and threw the little dog on the bed. And then another log hit and split everything. And we literally was just hanging there. We were on the bed just trying to hold on, going down the river. We hit, the bed snapped in two. It swung me off. She went to
off the side of the vortex.
Right, and when I came to, I stood up and I was doing this. This is 7:30 in the morning, so we had our nightgowns on. That's all we had, no shoes, nothing else. And I grabbed her hair, got her up. And I was hanging on to her, trying to get her up out of this thing.
Vortex.
It was going, the water was going so hard, it pulled her shoes and her pants off of me trying to get her up out of it. They said, like, save the dog, let me go. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's not happening. Because she had only been out of the hospital 4 days from hip replacement.
Yeah. I couldn't believe I got gangrene. And that's the only infection that eats through the muscles.
Is that your first time ever having gangrene?
Yes.
I got
yes.
some too. So then finally, after I got her up, we stayed in the river for 2 days and night. And we were hovered like this on a log.
2 days?
Yeah. And I kept trying to pad her hip. There's Sam. He's been wonderful. He really has. He's been just...
I know.
We call him our earth angel.
I know.
He really is. He's like the nicest man ever.
Yeah, he is.
He has the patience of a saint. He really does.
Does he?
Yeah. FEMA's done. It's not us. They said it was 1,300 something people in Buncombe County that's getting chunked. If it hadn't been for Sam and the organization, I don't know what we would have done.
Yeah, we got to get the Mattress Sisters moved in here. Right?
Got to. They're getting kicked out.
Somebody else paid for their night tonight. Some company out of Louisiana paid for everybody's room at that motel tonight. Everyone's done.
Her being there took my mind off of it, because I'm like, I concentrated on taking care of her and the dog, so that made it better for me to put me in survivor mode. We're about 50 feet from going over the waterfall. I think that's where my house is, at the bottom of the waterfall. But when we hit so hard, the frame on the bed just snapped in two. I probably got thrown like that far over to the juicer, and then I started trying to find her. All I found, she had her little hand, like this much of her little hand was sticking up when I found her, and I just pulled her up because I was so scared. Don't leave me. Cynthia was going under, and he was around her neck, and I could reach down. I grabbed him by the neck and put him on the log beside me. I was throwing whatever came by that I could grab, and I threw it down in there because it was a hole.
You struggled just to walk.
I wasn't thinking about it. I just was concentrating on trying to save her and him
I
at
think
that
it's
time.
just adrenaline.
Yeah, it was.
And later it's called shoulder replacement.
I see things that would float by, I would grab them. A cane came floating by, and I got the cane, and I could use that. I was in survival mode. All you could hear all night long was trees snapping and glass breaking, and then we were sitting there and like things kept hitting us, raining and the water was rising. I turned to Cynthia and I said, I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but we're gonna be okay. God told us we're gonna be okay. And then that morning at daybreak, That's when we heard this lady singing, and everybody had turned back because they said nobody could survive the rubble that we were in. We were in the bottom of the rubble. Cynthia heard her singing. Cynthia thought it was angels, and then we started beating on stuff and screaming, and she heard us. So she ran and got 4 men with chainsaws. Chad was one of them. And they came down there and cut through all this mess. And when Chad, when he was up, like standing up, and his hair was hanging down, and the sun was behind him, and Cynthia goes, "It's Jesus, it's Jesus."
You really thought it was Jesus?
He looked.
You said he had a halo.
Yeah, his hair was so black and long, and he had those piercing blue eyes, and the sun just like, it was just a perfect like glow behind him. And we were like,
We had a couple of them down here in the bottom of the yard that were deceased.
Oh, man.
They said they don't know how many more bodies are in here because the sand's so deep. They're like, if it's in the creek that buried a whole truck, so...
Same path of where the sisters were.
Yeah, I don't know how they got out. They just floated.
Thank God every day.
Yeah.
And that I'm feeling better. My hip is feeling better, and I can walk. And we have a warm place to live in now. I'm so thankful.
Yeah.
I pray every night.
Oh, that's so
And
amazing.
for his angels to come and help us. Which Sam is an angel. People that we have never met came and helped us. I never knew that there were people like that in the world. But I thank God for all he's done for us. And Jackie for saving my life. Because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. She's strong. I mean, I felt like a little puppy next to her.